What happens when a woman says, "Stop talking about my body," and then the same woman that says, "Stop talking about my body," then turns around and attacks another woman for not being married? Because this Jarvis and Ruth situation is something we saw online. It is celebrity drama, but then there's an underlying, story that is behind it. This whole drama exposes something much deeper about women, marriage. It exposes something more deeper about body image and the way we sometimes use all of these crazy standards, the very standards that are hurting us. We now weaponize it against one another as women. It's just sad. It is rather sad. I don't even know what to say. Just hold on. Let's dive right in, okay? So hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Yes Life Coaching Woman Stand in Your Power. My name is Femi, and today I want us to talk about this situation involving Nigerian popular influencer Jarvis and a woman on X called Ruth. So let me go ahead and share my my screen. When I saw this story, I knew immediately that I didn't want to come here and just simply say, "Oh, Jarvis drag Ruth body shame Jarvis. Who won the argument?" Nah. So let's look at what the response Jarvis gave to Ruth. Let me quickly share my screen, guys. All right. So this is what I saw on Instagram from Instablog Niger, and it says, I'm going to read this. It says, Ruth, go and marry. Influencer Jarvis blasts ex-user over the before and after marriage comparison. So this lady took Jarvis's picture when she was not married, and now took her picture now that she's married, and started, it's comparison, like, hey, how can you leave yourself like that, right? Let me just read it, then we'll go into the analysis. A popular influencer Jarvis has slammed a lady identified as Ruth on X after she allegedly compared an old photo of Jarvis with a recent live stream image, which the influencer claimed had been edited. Reacting to the comparison, Jarvis questioned Ruth's motive and accused her of using the post to attract engagement on the platform. Jarvis said, "So on Twitter, there's one lady called Ruth. I don't know who gave her Ruth. I don't know who gave her Ruth, because Ruth I know in the Bible, they are not like that." She continued that Olosh was comparing my picture of this year to that live stream picture. I don't even know how they edited that live stream picture. Now, say when I was single, Abby, before marriage and after marriage, addressing Ruth directly, Jarvis said, "Ruth, you are a liar. You don't go and marry. You are here doing comparing before and after." She also referenced an earlier post involving Ruth, saying, "Is it not your own that they did whatever?" So she further said that if you are using me to cash out on that Twitter app, you are using whatever. So, like I said, it is not who won the argument. For me, it is what is the underlying story. Because that's surface level story for me, yes, it is there. I want us to go underneath it. All of that All of that back and forth, back and forth. Oh, you go and marry. You look at her body before and after marriage. Beneath all this social media fight is something women experience every day. People believing that they have a right to discuss your body. I keep talking about this because it is trending all over the world. Why are we body shaming one another as women? You will never find men body shaming themselves. Okay? And then again, from this discussion, you see there's another layer. Women using marriage as a measure of another woman's worth. Okay, so one of the women said, oh, look at her body before marriage, look at her body after marriage. Now, the other one now, the person retaliating is using marriage as a measure of another woman's worth. Because when she was responding, when Jarvis was responding, she said, oh, you stay there and be comparing my body, you better go and get married. And I'm like, what has this world gone into? Okay, and then there is possibly the most uncomfortable layer of it all. What happens when someone hurts you, and because you are trying to defend yourself, you become guilty of the same kind of behavior that you are condemning? Let us talk about it. We don't talk about it enough. The truth is, whether we like it, two wrongs don't make a right. Now, I'm going to give us the summary of that story one more time. Maybe people did not understand me. According to the account circulating online, a woman identified as Ruth posted or shared comparison involving an older photo of Jarvis and a more recent image taken from a live stream. Okay? The comparison was reportedly presented along the lines of Jarvis before marriage or versus Jarvis after marriage. So, for those people that did not understand my rant before, this is what was going on. All right? So, and then Jarvis was not happy. So the person at the receiving end was not happy. She said the whatever was edited, the live stream image was edited, questioned why Ruth was comparing the way she looked before and after marriage. Okay? So she also accused Ruth of using her name to generate engagement on Twitter, on X. But then, this same Jarvis did not stop there. She turned directly to Ruth and essentially told her, go and marry. So that's, all of that is where my whatever. Yes, a lot of people had a lot of things to say, and Jarvis went further to suggest that one day all these online controversies would result in legal consequences. Okay, and social media did what social media would normally do. So a lot of people started choosing sides. Why would she say that? So some people said, oh, Ruth deserved it. Other people said, oh, Jarvis went too far. And some people were just enjoying the entertainment of it. Okay? Now, first of all, was Jarvis right to be angry? Absolutely she was. If someone takes an unflattering image of you from a live stream, place it next to another photograph, and invites the internet to analyze what supposedly happened to your body after marriage, you have every right to say, leave my body alone. But then, let's understand something. That was a live stream, picture. And it was a live stream video. You can pause the video at any time to make someone look completely different. If there's a live stream and somebody is in an angle or doing something, there's a way you pause it, the person will look completely different. Your facial expression can look strange. Your posture will look strange. Your stomach can look different depending on the way you are even sitting. Your face can appear fuller depending on the angle that people are looking at you from. So, but then you now taking one image and saying, oh, look at what marriage has done to her, is already problematic. But beyond whether that image was edited, underneath that, all that story is a bigger a bigger issue. Why are we so obsessed with, especially women, why are women so obsessed with documenting other women's body? I don't understand. Make it make sense to me. Why do we have to do that to one another? And again, I want to ask another question. Is it a crime for women to change the way they look? Why do women have to look exactly the same forever? Look, the world is changing. You are evolving. You are changing. You are doing, sometimes you get married, you have children. Your body cannot remain the same forever. Think about this. A woman becomes famous at 22. At 25, people pull up her pictures from when she was 22. At 30, they pull up her pictures from when she was 25. If she gains weight, problem. They will say, oh, she let herself go. If she loses weight, problem. They will say, she must be sick. If her face changes, like Jarvis's face now, they will say maybe she had surgery. If her face comes, listen, you just can't win. If her face doesn't change, they say she has gone to do Botox or she has done work. If she gets married and gain weight, marriage is treating her well. You look, just look at it. Or like this one now, see what marriage has done to her. That's what people are saying. If she loses weight after marriage, they will ask her, is this man treating you well? Is everything okay at home? Just imagine a man. That even a man that decides to slim down, everybody is blaming his wife for him slimming down. Like, women just can't win. Women just can't win. And I want you that is watching me, I want you to hear me and hear this. You are allowed to have a changing body. Oh. You are allowed to have a changing body. Your body is not a photograph. Neither are you a vampire. Your body, you are a living being. Your body is a living body. So bodies will respond to age. Okay? Bodies will respond to stress. Bodies will respond to hormone, pregnancy, work schedules, food. Bodies will respond to exercise, illness. If you are not sleeping well, your body will respond to it. If you are sleeping well, your body will respond to it. If you are happy, your body will respond. If you are grieving, if you are under medication, your body will respond. If you just had a child, your body will change. And sometimes absolutely nothing dramatic happens. You just simply gain 5 pounds. And whose effing business is that? You just simply lost 6 pounds or 10 pounds. Your body changed. That's what it is. So whose business is that? That is life. Life changes. But social media has created a culture where people take photographs from different chairs. Then they will now start conducting forensic investigation into women's body where it's not necessary. Hey, look at her body before. Look at her body now. And then thousands of strangers become the verdict. That is exalting. Is exhausting. And that is why social media sometimes can be very, very toxic, in my opinion. So with all that being said, here's where I have a problem with Jarvis's response. Jarvis was absolutely entitled to defend herself. But when you tell another woman again, go and marry, does marriage prove anybody's worth? That's my question. What does her marital status have to do with whether she posted about you or whether what she posted about you was right or wrong? Absolutely nothing. Her marital status has nothing to do with this. And this is where the conversation becomes very, very uncomfortable. Like, do you see the contradiction? Because the same culture, the same cultural system Jarvis is pushing against when people judge her body after marriage is the same cultural system that Jarvis is using when she's telling another woman to go and marry. You see how culture has messed our minds up. You now see the contradiction. On one side, you're saying, well, you don't have a right to body shame me. Don't judge my values because of what marriage supposedly did to my body. Don't judge me. But on the other hand, you are saying she should go and marry. Meaning, marriage is still being presented as some kind of achievement that makes one woman more complete than the other woman. Make it make sense to me. And women do this to each other all the time. All the time. And it's wrong. This is usually, especially done in African cultures. When people really want to insult a woman, notice how quickly they reach for certain things. Who married you? Oh, it's because you are not married. That's why you are doing all this. Go and find a husband. At your age, you are still single. All your mates are married. Like, what kind of toxic culture is that? Listen. And I will always ask, what exactly are we saying? Are you trying to say that marriage automatically gives someone wisdom? If you are not wise before marriage, you cannot be wise in marriage. Are you saying marriage automatically gives someone maturity? If you are not matured, if you don't work on it, you cannot. Are you saying that marriage automatically makes somebody kind? Are you saying that marriage makes someone more valuable than an unmarried woman? Because we know none of these things are automatically true. There are wonderful married women and there are terrible married women. So you going that route for me, Jarvis, is a no-no. There are wonderful single women and there are terrible single women. Marriage is just a relationship status. It is not an accomplishment. It is not a character certificate. And yet, women continue to use marriage against one another. Edomni, are you guys okay? Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Shoo. Then again, Jarvis also brought up Ruth's eating. And this is where I think we need emotional maturity. If someone body shames you, does body shaming them back make the original behavior wrong? Two wrongs cannot make a right. No. It just creates two people body shaming each other. Just shows us the level our culture has gotten to. This is something I talk about often when we discuss standing in your power, because standing in your power does not mean you hurt me, therefore I'm going to find the deepest insecurity you have and destroy you with it. That, in my opinion, is retaliation. But power is different. See, power can sound like, what you posted about me was inappropriate. Kindly remove it. Power can sound like, do not manipulate my photographs. Power can sound like, you do not have permission to use my body for engagement. Power can sound like, if you continue publishing defamatory or manipulating content about me, I will deal with it through the appropriate channels. Now, that is power. Do you hear the difference? You can be firm. Oh, you have every right to be angry. You can even be confrontational without attacking another woman's body, without attacking her marital status, without attacking her sexuality. Okay? Without attacking her fertility. Without finding another place society already tells women they are inadequate and you are using it against her. Why are we our own worst enemy? Now, when you take it the way I told you to take it, that is power. See, women need to stop borrowing patriarchal insults to hurt one another. Why are you gatekeeping a patriarchal insult? This is something I really want us to think about. Many of the insults women use against each other didn't originate with women. We actually inherited them. Oh, she's unmarried. She doesn't have children. Oh, she has too many children. Oh, she has gained weight. Oh, she's too skinny. Oh, she looks old. Nobody wants her. Oh, she couldn't keep a man. She has been divorced. She sleeps around. She doesn't have a husband. All of those things. I need you to look carefully. Almost every one of these insults measure a woman according to her relationship to men, according to her ability to reproduce, according to her sexuality, according to her age or her physical appearance. And then women pick up these same weapons that were fashioned against them by the opposite sex and use it against other women. We have to stop. We need to stop. This must stop. Because every time you tell another woman, that's why nobody married you, there's another woman reading that comment who may already feel insecure because she's 38 and unmarried. You think you are insulting one person, but your words are reinforcing the shame of thousands of women. Every time you say things like, look at how fat she has become after marriage, another woman who gained weight after childbirth reads that and think, maybe everybody's looking at me like that too. See, words travel far than the person you are aiming them at. Words have a ripple effect. Social media actually does reward outrage, but let's be very, very clear. The more insulting the post, the more controversial the comparison, the more shocking the capture, the more people quote the tweet, the more people argue, the more people share, and suddenly somebody's humiliation becomes content. That's why we should constantly ask ourselves all the time, am I participating in something because it is meaningful or because the algorithm has convinced me that someone else's embarrassment is entertainment? Because today it is Jarvis, tomorrow it could be you. Someone can screenshot your worst angle, find your best photograph from 5 years ago, put them together and write what happened. And suddenly everybody who has never met you, they're discussing your body. That should concern me. It should concern all of us. Here's the lessons I want you to take away. You do not have to accept disrespect to prove that you are matured, but you also do not have to become disrespectful to prove that you're strong. These or those are two different things. Some women were raised to believe that standing up for yourself means going lower than the person who attacked you. No. Standing up for yourself means you can do it gracefully. Sometimes the most powerful response is precision. Address exactly what happened. Don't attack the person. Call what happened. Call it out. And stop. Set the boundaries and stop. Because the moment you start attacking everything about the other person's life, the original issue gets lost. Now everybody is discussing your own insult instead of what they did to you. And that's exactly what happened here. Instead of the entire conversation being, should people be using manipulated or unflattering photograph to body shame women, now we are discussing, why did Jarvis tell Ruth to go and marry? You see, the boundary gets lost in the battle. It really does. So, what can we learn from this situation? Number one, stop participating in before and after humiliation. Before baby, after baby, before 40, after 40, before marriage, after marriage, before fame, after fame. Unless that person post it, voluntarily share that information. Ask yourself why you need to inspect their body. Okay? Number two, don't use marriage as a measure of womanhood. Marriage can be beautiful. It can be meaningful. And marriage can also be difficult. And being married does not mean a woman's life is incomplete, or being unmarried does not mean a woman's life is incomplete. Being married at the same time does not mean your life is complete. Number 3, learn to defend yourself without becoming the thing that you're criticizing. Okay? What else? Yeah. In a nutshell, don't abandon your own values simply because someone else abandoned theirs. Because when you truly stand in your power, you don't need to destroy another woman to prove that she hurt you. No, not at all. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think Jarvis was justified in responding the way she did because Ruth allegedly started the body comparison? Or do you think she had a legitimate reason to be angry but went too far when she brought Ruth's marriage status and eating whatever into the argument? I especially want you to answer this. I want to hear from you. And so yeah, let's have a conversation respectfully about that. Until next time, continue to stand in your power. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Bye.